I think that, what's interesting about, if you look at the generation 1, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, with Lectric, we really did make substantial jumps between all three of those products. And I think a lot of our competitors, come out with a version 2 of a product and they changed, the head tube angle, yep, or maybe just the seat or something like that. We changed an absolute plethora of things on this bike.
The reality is the XP and step through 1.0 and 2.0 versions are the most popular form of electric bike, and it's really hard to build on something that is so beloved and so popular within the industry, literally the best-selling electric bike in all of America. But it doesn't mean we shouldn't try, and so what we quickly found was there was opportunity to improve because people were telling us things that they wanted to see the 2.0 improved on. So
yeah, in addition to upgrading the mechanical drivetrain on the outside of the bike, we actually also upgraded the electrical drivetrain. So you're talking about the battery, power's flowing from that to the motor controller, where it's housed in that middle section of the bike, and then the power goes to the motor. And so all of those three components work in tandem to get you that, industry-leading acceleration right off the line. I think that's something that we're super proud of here, is that our bike off the line, that throttle experience is just unlike any of our competitors. And we decided to double, triple down on that, I might say, with the 3.0, where it's like, the controller was upgraded and the motor was upgraded, where we're pushing more power than we ever have through this thing, and you feel it in the real world, going 28 miles an hour. That off-the-line acceleration is incredible.
When we launched that first XP, it was just you and I, and now we got a team of over 100 people. We have a whole product team, we got designers and engineers and all that fun stuff. And this bike is probably our most rigorously tested product prior to launch, and a lot of that weight and responsibility weighed on the fact that we knew they were going to be using it for secondary passengers and this, that, and whatever, but the amount of testing that you and your team did in order to get it to where it is.
So I mean, we've highlighted all of the touch points on the bike that we improved, right? We talked about the motor, we talked about the passenger package, saddle, you name it, we talked about it.
Yeah.
But that's all great if your competitor next to you is actually far superior, right?
Yeah,
At the end of the day, it's like you can make an improvement on yourself, but if your competition is still beating you, it's like, okay, what?
Yeah.
So one of the pivotal points for us was when we took some of our core competitors to a metro city, San Francisco, and we did that testing. We wanted to see how we stood against those competitors. So if you compare the 3.0 to the next two competitors, we blow them out of the water.
Yeah.
From a performance standpoint, from a maneuverability, I think just from an aesthetic sense, but that's really not testing, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think the San Francisco trip, the testing trip, definitely was a lot of work.
It was a huge ego pusher for myself, if I'm honest, because when I had first seen one of those videos of you guys going up one of those gnarly hills, and it was just throttle only, and it was us put up against those other two, and we smoked it. And I was like, holy smokes, this, because it's really hard to get some of that realization out here in Arizona because it's so flat and everything.
Yeah.
But that really helped me appreciate the upgrade in this motor so much more, right? And I just think, man, my confidence and excitement about this product was really at an all-time high after I got some of those testing videos and saw, really what was the result of all this time, all this investment in order to make this bike better.
The problem is when we do these testings, you have to quite simulate what the rest of our customer base is.
Yeah.
Not that they're all 140 pounds, because they're definitely, not, right? That's just not real. So we had to take additional weight, strap it to the bike in some way. Sometimes we were wearing a weight vest, sometimes we were able to put plated weight in there to simulate what an average rider weight would be for our customer base.
Yeah.
So anywhere from 180 to 200 pounds is what we simulated.
Yeah.
And still, even then, we're outperforming our competitor when we strap the exact same weight, or if I go ride the competitor bike, we are seeing a drastic difference in performance.
Yeah, yeah. I think what Lectric does a really good job is pairing, the motor with, how often do we want to tap into the peak? The power's there, right? If you want to go 28 miles per hour and everything like that, but during your traditional ride, you're not always tapping into that. And I think what this motor does a really good job at is being efficient. And so if you're going for that 20 to 50 mile ride, you know, we were showing better range performance than our competition that were also at 14 amp hours and everything like that.
You know, at the end of the 2.0's, you know, lifespan, we introduced that long range battery because that was something we had, you know, constant requests for from customers. And, you know, we saw that become super popular with people. Everyone was coming back for the 14 amp hour, and everyone, even purchasing for the first time, a lot of those folks were also purchasing the 14 amp hour right out of the gate. And so we wanted to bring that back.
We're the only one still, at least my understanding, that is dropping this bike off fully assembled, ready to ride. And now we're dropping it off fully assembled, ready to ride with slime already pre-installed in the tires, because we just want you out there riding the bike. We don't want you to drop it off at a bike shop or pay an exorbitant amount of money to have someone come there and put it together for you. We want you out there riding and, you know, just packaging it all together. You know, we are a very competitive company and group of people, and I think it's really shown with what we did with this 3.0.
I think that, you know, one thing we did with this 3.0 product, which was, you know, lacking a little bit more on the 1.0 and 2.0 products, is in addition to the in-person real-world testing out in San Francisco, we actually built dyno machines back out in the warehouse, and we were, you know, running this thing day in and day out. We're stress testing the absolute crap out of this product.
Yeah.
So, you know, whether it's the controller, the battery, the motor, you know, we're running at full throttle, doing a torture test versus some of our competitors. We're blowing up bikes left and right? Yeah. And our bike was able to stand the test of time consistently in those tests. And as a result of those tests, one upgrade we also made to the bike was temperature protection.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when you're going up a massive hill, you know, for an hour, right, bike might get a little hot. And, you know, Lectric is known for our customer service, but we'd rather keep people on the road than have to have them call in and, you know, get replacement parts, right? So we want to make sure these bikes stand the test of time and that this is the best money our customers have ever spent, right? Yeah. And so that temperature protection is super crucial. So if you're getting into those dicey, demanding situations, you're still going to be completely fine. The bike is going to protect itself.
Yeah. It was so clear that we wanted to, you know, go for the throat of the industry just like we did with that original 1.0, because when we came onto the scene with that 1.0, we really changed the market here. And it's like, how do you follow it up? And we did it with the 2.0, but we added a front suspension, and then it became the best-selling, you know, electric bike in the United States and the third best-selling EV in all of the US. So it's like, how do you follow it up? And I think we did a fantastic job with this 3.0, and it's well deserving of the XP name and all that comes with it. So I'm so excited to get this in people's hands.
What I'm most excited about with 3.0 is, you know, we've seen that almost, you know, well, a large chunk of our sales come from word of mouth, right? People just, they ride their friend's bike, they ride their mom's bike, they ride their dad's bike, whatever it is. And, you know, riding is believing. I've said it many times, right? Where it's like, once you hop on, you have so much fun that, you know, you're never gonna get off, right? So I'm really excited for all those 1.0 customers, those 2.0 customers, their friend or family who is now gonna buy a bike, they're gonna get the 3.0, and now they're gonna be like, oh shoot, I gotta come back for round two. Like I gotta get the best of the best, right? Because it really is truly that much better.
At the very core of this product, it is a fun product, and you just wanna share that experience with, you know, other people, and so the passenger package makes a ton of sense there. But what about your pets? Like, a lot of our customers, you know, love their dogs and cats more than they love other people, and so we gotta pay, you know, some attention to those people. And so I think the wag along is just like a cool, fun thing, and I love the branded paw print and everything like that on that. But like being able to tow your furry friends behind you, like that's really cool. I love that.
Yeah, and I think the way that we also see our customers using our bikes is just, you know, riding around the campsite at night or what have you, and then you get into the whole area of visibility and making sure that people see you out on the road. And I think we also made some pretty big improvements with that, not only from the stock light that we have that's on there, but then also the upgrade option with the Elite light.
Yeah.
And we keep talking about speed too. You know, when you're going faster, you're gonna want to be able to stop faster as well, right? I mean, that's just a critical safety feature there. And so we went up to the 180 millimeter disc brakes, and these are, you know, it's the best braking experience on an XP you'll ever have.
Yeah. I'm all about getting rid of any reason someone would say no to our product, and that's what we did with the first XP. Is there was so many reasons people, you know, didn't like this first LX version of the bike, so we wanted to address that in the design of the XP. And still there were a few reasons why someone may not want it, and we've addressed it in terms of the utility expansion of the 3.0. It can now do more. It can now carry another person. It has the 14 amp hour upgrade at $1,200. You cannot get a 14 amp hour e-bike at that price. And you know, all the other performance and experience aspects of the bike have really been polished, and I think we've just absolutely killed it. So I'm so excited. I think our customers are gonna go nuts for it.